Aloha folks, I'm going to cook something called Misua. What it is, it's Chinese vermicelli noodles. It's made out of rice, flour, and salt. It's a very thin noodle like this. It cooks very fast. It makes a soup very thick, and this is how it looks like. Okay, I took out 1/4 of the package. I'm going to use an organic chicken broth, 1 whole onion, shrimp, as much as you want. This is crispy pork. It's a pork belly that is deep fried, so it's like cracklings. And I have patola. Here you go. This actually has wedges. What is this called? Luva or sponge gourd? I think it's sponge gourd. I have 2 of them. I have a couple cloves of garlic chopped finely, and quail eggs. I opened it, rinsed it all out, and then I'm soaking it in tap water right now, and I'll rinse it out before I put it in here. I'm going to turn on my fire, and we're going to start by sauteing. I'm going to heat this up, and I'll get right back to you. Okay, so the oil is hot now. I'm going to put in the garlic. I'll see the garlic first. I went overboard on the oil, but I know when this boils up, I'm going to take it out with a ladle. Okay, I'm going to brown this a little bit. It's starting to get brown already because the oil is really hot. So I'm going to put in the onions. This will cool it down. It won't burn. The garlic burns, it gets bitter. Okay, we're going to cook this until the onions are transparent. I'll get right back to you folks. So now you look and the onions are starting to brown. And the garlic too. Now I'm going to put in the pork belly. This was a deep fried pork belly. I bought this already deep fried and I just chopped them up real fine. Because it's all thoroughly cooked already, what I'm going to do is put in my chicken broth. I'm going to put this whole thing in. I'm going to add 1 big mug of water because this is a soup, okay? I'm going to let that boil, then I'll get right back to you. So I took the oil out with a ladle and put it in another cup. Now I'm going to drop in the sponge gourd. Let that cook. I took the brine solution and the water that I used, and I'm dropping in the quail eggs, a whole can. It's up to you if you want to use quail eggs or not. It's really good with quail eggs. And 1 for the chef. They're really good. I couldn't resist. The gourd is starting to cook. It cooks really fast. I'm going to drop the shrimp in there. Now I'm going to put just a little bit of pepper. Black pepper. Ooh, that's a lot. A pinch or 2. And then I'm going to put some fish sauce. Now it's up to you what kind of diet you have. You can use sea salt. I'm using fish sauce. Don't want to make it too salty. It's real high in sodium, but this is like the best fish sauce, according to me. And it smells so good. Gosh. Wish you were here to smell this. Basically, the shrimp is cooked. Prawns. The pork, of course, is already cooked. This is ready. This, I just tear it in half. It's very, very, what do I call it? Soft. So what I do is I just cut it like this, and I'm going to sprinkle it. It's so thin, it's like thread. I think Misua is actually a Chinese word. There's different ways of cooking it, but mine with the shrimp in it and with the quail eggs makes it a little bit more gourmet-ish than just the standard. It's cooked. It's done. The noodles are done. That's how fast it is. Now, I'm going to turn the fire off, and this is going to get thicker. I'm just going to come back in about 5 minutes because it's already done already. I'll come back in 5 minutes, and I'll show you how it looks when it's already soaked in all the juices and everything. This is it, folks. Be back in 2 and 2. Okay, it's been soaking for 2 and 2. This is how it looks. See how it's thicker? It's become thick. See? This is so good. Okay. That's it. Try it. You'll like it.